Hey folks, it's Jeremy here from Trade Maestro. Hope you're doing fantastic today. And if you've been waiting for your entry, looking for when it's time to jump into this next bullish market, well, we may have just got it. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video as we do a market update for January 22nd, 2024. Let's go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeremy Whaley here from Trade Maestro. Hope you're doing fantastic today. You can find us over at trademaestro.com. And of course, if you have not liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that right now because it really helps the algorithms and, it just works better for everybody. Let's get into what's going on in the market as 2024 has started off a little bit slow. But this weekend, Friday in particular, we got some great signals. So you should be seeing my screen here. And if you're looking right there, that's the beginning of the year. It's where we started the year. Really did nothing in here for a couple of weeks. Had a little bit of a pullback, which was needed because we were very overbought. And we needed to ease up that overbought quite a bit there. But now it's done. So check this out. I'm going to zoom in and you can see couple of things in here. Hopefully you can see my big green candle, big breakout. We ended up almost 400 points on Friday. Look at that. But there's more to this story that I really want to highlight for you. Here, this breakout that we had right in the middle of December, this was a breakout for an all-time high. Okay, so that's kind of a big deal. And as patterns evolve, normally what happens is you push in, you put a new high, and it comes back down and it tests the old breakout or the old resistance as a new support. So we've kind of been doing that for a couple weeks here. We were very overbought, as I mentioned a moment ago. We were very overbought, and we needed to ease that up. Well, we've done that now. And take a look here. Your stochastics is starting to make the turn, indicating we got a continuation. We are back above the averages, indicating we got a continuation. Got good momentum. Volume is picking up. This is the kind of signal that we are looking for. Now, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to how I do analysis, you may not recognize some of these indicators. This is a moving average setup that we got created in TradingView, and it just shades it green whenever it's bullish. So that's why you see it like that. That's a bullish setup, but it's a 10, 20, and 50 period moving average. And this is your continuation signal. So that's a great signal there. This is a great signal down here. And we're in uncharted territory. That's kind of the cool thing. This is an all-time high for the Dow Jones. So we're moving up. I'm going to do some projections for you using a Fibonacci tool. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw from this most recent support, or most recent swing low, I should say, up to the most recent swing high. So where I just drew there, we're going to draw this, and we're going to do it with a fib retracement tool in TradingView and get ourselves some targets. So boom, I just did it right there. That's how easy it is when you know what you're doing. And what we're going to do, if I can get rid of these lines, there we go. What we're going to do is we're going to come up here, and that's going to put some of our initial targets up around 39,750, 775, roughly up in here. Okay, so this is how you start to build your grid. If you've seen me do enough of these, we always work with support and resistance. But what about when there's no grid? What if there's not been any history here? How do you do it? Well, this is a great tool for this. In fact, I just taught a bunch of it in a webinar that I put out called The Market Matrix. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to find that over at trademaestro.com, The Market Matrix. But anyway, yeah, this is how we do it. So we use the Fibonacci tools, we use other things, and we lay out the grid. Then we know, we have a really good idea where things are trading to. So that's our next target really for the Dow Jones is 39,775. The Dow is not the only one. Take a look at the S&P 500. Great breakout. This is a big one. This was a really, really big one on Friday because it was a breakout of the all-time high, which we got in 2022, right back here. So I'm not going to go through all the various drawings on this chart here, but that was our most recent swing high, or all-time high, I should say. The peak, it was actually the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, and all of 2022, we were down, right? We're down, what, 22, 24%, 25%, something like that. All of 2023, we were fighting our way back up. Then, of course, we had that big sell-off towards the fall there. And just starting around November, beginning of November, we got that big end-of-the-year rally. I think as long as the conversation is we're looking at seeing lower rates this year, I think you're going to see more of the bullishness. I think the trends are going to continue. It's kind of natural. I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but you're going to see a move out of safety and move into more risky things because they're expecting more inflation. More inflation tends to pump the market up here. So that's what we're looking at, and that was the breakout that we had on Friday. Right there, you can see it. I'm going to do a little bit of projection for this one as well. And so in a similar way to what I did for the Dow, I'm going to draw from here, which is that wave, that peak, to this valley right here. And we'll get some projections in there for where we think things are going. So we'll take that move right there from there to there, and boom, boom. Boop. All right, so next target here is going to be around 5,070. 5,070 for the S&P 500. Okay, so you can apply that however you want to. You can go trade index futures. You can trade options on it. You can go do SPY. A lot of my customers like to use SPY or SPXL. It's another one. So anyway, regardless, there it is. There's the signals for it. Let me zoom in and do some more analysis on it because I didn't really go into the details on it. I just talked about the all-time high. We broke out of the all-time high. What you should expect here is a swing high of some sort. Come back and test this. It may go straight to this target that we just drew in there. 5,070 is that target. But typically what happens, we break out of an all-time high, we come back, we test the resistance as a new support, and then we continue. So watch for that. We're almost back to overbought here. That doesn't mean too much because we can stay overbought for quite a while. As you can see back here in November and December, we were overbought for several weeks back to back. So in and of itself, it's not a problem. And there's some room for it to still go there. So just be aware of that. Anyway, that's where we are on the S&P without giving you too much overwhelming analysis. And then the NASDAQ is very similar. This is a NASDAQ composite. Now, the QQQ has put in new all-time highs, but the composite, we're actually still down. Take a look at this. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. If you come back to the 2022 highs, we are actually still well off, relatively well off the highs from 2022 into 2021, beginning 2022. Now, remember, a lot of people don't realize this happened, but the NASDAQ took a hit of 35%. Roughly in 2022, really, really big bear market in 2022. And it rallied a lot in 2023, but it did not put in new highs. So we're kind of coming back up into that territory. You're going to have some resistance as we come up this mountain, but everything's looking pretty optimistic right now. So, oops, I messed that one up. Forgive me here. Let's zoom back out. There we go. As we get up to these recent highs, we'll go ahead and put some targets in there. There's two of them right there. As we break out from where we are, our next targets on the NASDAQ are going to come in. This is on the NASDAQ composite, right around 15,872. That's that purple line that just grew in there, kind of pink line, 15,708. And then this one up here is almost 16,200. I'm rounding these. I know. Someone's going to get upset. That's all right. You get upset. You can do your own analysis. I'm giving you the general targets here. All right, so that's where we are on the market as a whole. Our individual trades are very bullish right now. We got lots and lots of bullish trades that have either gotten triggered or have gotten set up to get triggered. And basically right now, for the foreseeable future, things are pretty optimistic. So a couple things to watch out for. It's going to be important to see what happens with our election cycle. I happen to think that they're going to try really hard to keep the market going up. And the reason for that is when you have an incumbent president that wants to stay in, that tends to be what they do. Okay, so just kind of watch that. There'll be some market manipulation over the next few months here. I think there's going to be chaos over the next few months as we look at the political landscape. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the market. And all of those things can lead to unforeseen experiences. But as we're looking at the market right now, interest rates doing what they're doing, or at least the projection for them, looking at lowering rates over the course of the year, we should see probably higher prices continue, and certainly the trends bear that out. So obviously, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, then do it right now so that you can get the rest of the updates. My intention for 2024 is to give you at least one, if not two, market updates a week so you can stay up on this. And then, of course, if you haven't joined my inner circle, you probably want to do that. But This isn't a sales pitch. This is a market update. But no, the inner circle, we do all sorts of analysis all the time. But just stay connected here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching this. Maybe you're over on Telegram, and you can stay up on the updates this way. And that'll kind of keep you a pulse of what's going on. And then when you're ready to do something else, we will be here. All right. I wish you guys the best. Hope you have a wonderful week of trading. And until next time, happy trading. We'll talk to you soon.